compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. And therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now and you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand anything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
What is going on, guys? What is up? We got Jason Casper in the chat, 500K long. Man, that's tempting. You want to make me go long. You want to make me go long, Jason. How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Just looking here. I mean, the first two things I was looking at, guys, were number one, ETH versus Bitcoin is hitting a big place, jumping off, and ETH is hitting a double spiral line. So, yeah, Jason Casper is doing a big long. We got to do a long. I'm going to go for ETH, especially with that funding rate over on BitFi. It could fluctuate based on different ones. Let's go. Okay, yeah, 10x ain't too bad. Let's see. So if we were to buy 10 ETH, that'd be 50. Let's go big. Go big or go home. Let's buy some ETH. 18 ETH. Not going to set a stop loss yet. So, yeah. But hope you're doing well, Jason. Man, if you're not doing anything, you want to come on the stream, feel free to. Let's see. Shoulda, coulda. What's up, shoulda, coulda? What's up, Brandon? So, yeah. Oh, let me just like move this a little bit. So, well, the trade does. That's how it is. It does block that area a little bit. So yeah. But we'll see what happens here. Probably should set a stop loss. I mean, you could come back and retest these lows or whatever. We'll see what happens. 3364, let's go with. Yeah, I'm going to lose a good amount of money if this doesn't go well. And just be careful, guys. So don't do anything foolish here. Don't do anything stupid. Because this may not be the bottom. We could break, if we break down from here, I mean, based out of this breakdown, you do have a technical target at around 3,000. If we are getting that 30% correction that we generally get, in January of the post-halving years, you could be all the way down to like 2,800 within a week or two. I think we could recover as long as, Powell really did crash the market. That was a big example of, that was more like 2022 vibes in terms of crashing the market with those meetings. But yeah, all over. I hope it's not all over. I don't think it's all over. I mean, there's always going to be a possibility. I was thinking money would come into this. I mean, even December 19th, we got a few days before Christmas, I was thinking some money would come into this, into the holiday, and I still think it might. I mean, if you look at your 4-day, there's some case there. Your money flow still in the 2-week is not bad. Same for the monthly, same for the 3-week. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess if we do really crash down badly, I mean, these things could start to look a lot worse, and maybe that's the first case of everything being all over. But just people saying altcoin season canceled, all that. Yeah, I mean, if there's anything that gives us enough FUD to for that would be the way Powell sounded yesterday. So yeah, but ETH versus Bitcoin, I think you're trying to make a higher low here. That daily. 3-week confirms in 3 days. Monthly was printing a green dot. I think that went away. So every time something looks bullish here, it just goes away. Sometimes our treasury is still coming up. So yeah, that's not the best thing. And then we're not in a quantitative easing situation just yet. But your money flow is coming out on these treasuries. So I mean, trying to make another higher low, maybe, hopefully, I'm with you, Clips. I'm with you. Yeah. Did it get? Yeah, what? It's crazy to think. Yeah, 108. Now altcoin time. Well, Bitcoin would most likely make a new all-time high if you do see altcoins, if you do see altcoins have an altcoin season. Now, if we look at, let's just look at a few things to look at. Right? Doge is dumping down a bit. Big place, 31 cents. So, yeah, let's look at AVAX. I mean, January is normally where you do see the correction. We could be some damn volatility. I mean, a lot of new players getting into the game. I could see us coming up to 115 into early January and then freaking coming all the way down to 80K again. Yeah, that's possible. 80, 90K again. So that's definitely possible too. Let's see, trying to hold there for AVAX. So, yeah, let's see right there. Trying to hold. I don't know if we will hold on some of these. I mean, Chainlink. That came down. So that's the big place. Maybe one more low at 21. That would make sense to try to stop me out here. Yeah, like another low with the wick down a bit for everything. That you know what I mean? Definitely possible. Thinking here at that point. Let's look at others. Yeah, others is what I like to look at. Still in trying to make new high, territory, high or low territory. You're still, so that's a good thing too, because you're kind of still doing better than some things. You know what I mean? You're kind of still showing some strength for alts. I mean, you got that correction there, and then I think it's inevitable you should jump up at some point up to at 700 billion. So yeah. Looks like a Cardano actually. Yeah, I mean, the big scene of the crime would be 75 cents. I mean, you know, it would be, I mean, I think we can jump here, but it would be not surprising to come down a bit more. It would be not surprising to come down a little bit more, I'll say that. So, yeah. Money flow's still good, though. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you were to come down to this point and then, you know, I mean, there's that possibility. That would coincide with, you know, a bigger wick down for kind of Bitcoin, maybe a wick for 94. That's the big place there. That would be around a, what, 10 per or 20 per, what correction would that be from? It's very correct about 10. That would be 12. 20 would be 86. We'll see what ends up happening here. Interesting in the 4-year cycle. So this was that red dot there, December, I guess. Now you're getting close to January. So, I mean, a little bit different. But, I mean, this one wasn't half bad. And once you confirmed it, you were kind of on your way. It confirms in 3 days. It's already Thursday. So, I mean, maybe once that confirms, you really get some relief. How low would Bitcoin go? 34K? I don't think you would go much below 48K. I could be wrong though. What's up, Johnny M? What's up, Wonder Bar? Minimum. So 73, 83K. Nice AZTV. Just thinking here. I mean, you do have that wick down, big place. You know, there's definitely a case to be made for that bottom there, and then continuing forward. Some of these alts are a little weary, a little, you know, scary. Especially like, oh yeah, Solana may get a nice bounce right around that point. Right there, 28% down. I'm just curious about the TLT right now in terms of, yeah. So this is kind of that wrench Powell threw at us a little bit. Like now you're making kind of, it's still a higher low territory, but it's like, is this the low? You know what I mean? Is that the low? Maybe. Yeah, that's confidential right now, Clips. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. So we got Moo Dang. It's coming down to the trigger wave on the 2-day and some of these. I'm just curious about, is there forming a, no, not yet on ETH. That 2-day is the damn concerning factor here. It is kind of bearish, confirms in 4 hours, but once it confirms, it could have already played out because you did come down a good amount. We haven't seen that since, it's been a while since we've seen that. Like here, maybe November 21. Yeah, so all-time high, guys. We already topped out. Nah, probably not. But, you know. Trying to continue forward. ETH versus Bitcoin. So what was that blood diamond on? I don't think it was on any concerning time. Oh, actually the 5-day. Let's just see here. Wow. So I mean that one worked out. This one kind of sort of worked out a little bit there. That's interesting, right? Where freaking oh shoot. That would be so interesting if it repeats exactly like that. But on the bright side, we got freaking like 10 days before it's done. You know what I mean? Like end of month is when this bottoms out officially or whatever. So that's going to be very interesting. You did confirm that 2 week that your money flow still. So I could see, yeah, I could potentially see. I mean, if we look at Bitcoin dominance too, I could see a little bit of I could see continuation. The thing here is, let's just take a little look at this. So you had, that was November, a little bit different this time. You topped out December 28th here. If it's like that, then you're looking at maybe a continuation, maybe another month of bullish action. I think it would be less though. Yeah. I mean, I'll say that people definitely aren't happy that, you know, they're definitely not too happy that Powell kind of extended quantitative tightening more than, you know, more than many hoped. You know, that was kind of the thing there. By the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, check out BloFin, down below 10% cash back on all of your trading fees. Some really good futures bonuses too right here. And the cash back's only with my link. If you sign with my link, we got 2 for the BYDFI one as well. It's 10% cash back. 10% cash back on your fees, just like BloFin. In addition, there's a trading bonus up to $500. I believe 10% of whatever you deposit, up to $500. As always, guys, if you sign up to any of the exchanges down below, my link, deposit at least $100, give you 1 free month in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord. So check it out if you guys are interested. Apes, NFTs. I think this was kind of hitting somewhat of a significant point, that 3 ETH area, which I hope you would hold. I think you might. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with this market. I mean, you came down a little bit on Bitcoin right there. Just curious about Ape is probably coming down. Yeah, that probably came down. Yeah. Volatility here is nuts on some of these. So this correction from, yeah, we were up to 217. That was in December 2nd. And then this one was about a 50%. So what did we see so far here? Man, that volatility is nuts. So if you repeat that, we're looking at a 50% correction there, which would, I mean, some of these things do kind of make me think there's going to be one more wick down. Then you kind of, you know, recover. Maybe that next wave on the daily gives you what you need. You know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of thinking here. It's like a CRO a little bit. To that point. So bouncing around, either going to break up or break down. I was thinking up, but we'll see. I mean, part of me says we're going to wick down some more here. Part of me says I should get the hell out of that. Hmm. 96.6. That's what I think. So, well, I think you guys are right. I think I probably should close out this. Yeah. I mean, if I were to take the stop loss off of this, it would probably be a winner. But yeah, I do feel like they may. You got that 94 there. We did lose a pretty big area. A lot of things do look like they could wick down a bit more. That's what I'm thinking too. Probably today even. I mean, the moves happen quickly, especially during this time of year, I would assume, or this part in the cycle too. So yeah. But yeah, no, it is looking like he will touch 188. Solana could be a damn good long I'm looking at here. Once you do hit that point. That's scene of the crime too. That's a major area, that 188, 187. That could be it. So yeah. So, yeah, that's where we are in the cycle. I mean, for those fearful on altcoins, believe me, there needs to be fear. I wouldn't get overly pessimistic on alts right now. I don't see, kind of hitting a big point here. Could come down a little bit more, but, I don't really see us breaking down all the way back down to freaking low areas here. There was that one, and then January. Interesting bottom right there, that January of... Oh no, that was okay, yeah. Yes, that follows Bitcoin more. During this one, no, I didn't short. I mean, a lot of times I mean, if you consider this a crash, but no, this time I got it wrong. You could argue that maybe I was being stupid. I should have, looked for more shorts, but, hindsight's always 2020. But this one, no. You could argue I probably lost money. Yeah, I mean, I lost a trade, so, yeah. But, it's all about, being profitable over time. I mean, you're not going to win every trade, obviously. I mean, if you were, you'd be a billionaire pretty quickly. You'd be at least a multimillionaire pretty quickly, so... on to the next one. I mean, you do have that money flow coming down your 8-hour there. I mean, in this general environment, we've... That's a big place, obviously, 28. I don't think you're going to end up there, though. Right there, yeah, that was a huge area. We backtested that. Was that 40% correction? Oh yeah, every time ETH gets up to 4,000, you're just done. Dunzo. 48% down, yeah. Looking like we will come down a bit more here. I probably should try to close this out and then try to re-enter as we come down more. I do think it's gonna Let's look at a liquidation chart. This could be, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of looking at liquidation charts, as some of you guys know, but there's a new one here. 3. Interesting. But if we look at, I don't know, well, '24-hour. More liquidations around 95 there, around 95.7. I just want to look at. Yeah, so you could. Even there, all the way. 94 is where it gets a little more, yeah. So we could definitely come down a bit more. Sometimes I like to. I almost would want to try to short here and then. Yeah, because it does look like you may come down a bit more. Sol BTC, I've been expecting that to bleed to come down, which I think it has been, obviously. Yeah. It could come all the way down here. I mean, I don't think this is gonna, go down forever. I think you're gonna probably hit us at bottom around here. I mean, maybe it could come back down to that point, but probably not. And it'd probably break upward eventually against it. So, yeah. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, look, I mean, it's just a correction. I don't think things are going to get that much worse. I think we're going to recover into 2025. I think we're going to see our altcoin season in 2025. We're not even in 2025 yet. So, I think there's positive things to look at. That's what I will say. So, yeah. Just thinking here. Well, we'll see if we get hold. I'm kind of more in the park at the moment that we will come down and wick down some more. It feels like hitting this damn spiral line. So I want to keep the trade in, but yeah, for the sake of, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna look to re-enter. I'm gonna take a small loss here. I think that's probably the best thing to do at the moment. It'll probably come back up, as soon as I close it out there, but it's kind of how it is sometimes. But there's no way to exactly know, obviously. So, yeah. But the thing too, I mean, to look at, well, yeah, probably these green dots, trigger waves, could be the next potential bottom. A few hours from now, I'd be looking at. I'm going to be on Paul Barron tomorrow. I would be looking at, potentially seeing a bottom there and then trying to ride this back up. I'm not the biggest fan of liquidation points, but this freaking, I guess you got to pay for it or something. But let's look at Model 2, actually. I think Model 2 was better. I don't know. Yeah, so that's interesting. A lot of liquidations there for the shorts. But it's always, Yeah, there are a lot around. And that's the case back up to that point, and then 115, yeah. Let's look at that. That's a good point, Johnny M. Let's look at fear and greed. Fear and greed. Is it this one? Yeah. The thing with that is, let's just look at that over time. When we look at the fear and greed, let's see where it was in, it stayed high for a while into, 2021. That first greed area, yeah, it came up real high. That was a top. right here. But then you still, yeah, as you kind of had the greed, you still kept going up for months. It's interesting. Yeah, May is a sort of, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking in terms of fear and greed, I mean, I guess we've topped out it's all over. Nah, but for fear and greed to really come down, well, I mean, August it did. Yeah, you'd probably need to freaking come down a lot, guys. I mean, you would need I mean, that was where fear and greed bottomed at that time. It wasn't the true bottom. It was low November as well, but yeah, that was a lot of fear. Yeah, 7. To really get it down to those low numbers, I would think you would need to come down to like 80K or maybe even 72K to get like a real lot of fear in this market. So yeah, it happens. Everybody loses trade sometimes, man. Unfortunately. Dixie jumping or? Yep. Yeah, it's coming up. Peaked out around September 22 last time. I think that's when the S&P 500 bottomed out. Yeah, I mean, I think this eventually will roll over. It's just freaking, may take some more time. I don't think you would break upward from this, but who knows? I mean, well, I mean, this would really, if you were to break upward to these points again, this would really change the directory of kind of what the Fed ends up saying, and I think you would see a lot of interest rate cuts. I also think the S&P 500 would probably come down significantly. Speaking of the S&P 500, let's look at that. I think it's up slightly on the day, right, while Bitcoin's dumping. So it hit that fib level that I drew out. This thing is like the hardest thing to read because it's so manufactured. I would say based on a 2-week, you might be able to come down to 547 again. It definitely is possible you'd see a bit more of a correction. I would guess, yeah, especially on the monthly too. Unless this goes away, but you are printing a bear div, which does kind of, yeah. Let's look at previous like election years a little bit. Like, okay, that was 2016. July 2017. No, nothing. Well, we could look at 2020, but that was on the rise then. Thing too is if you think every cycle is kind of just shorter than the last one, I mean, that fear and greed did get pretty high. But we'll see. Surprised it got so high in June of 2019. To bottom out by tomorrow. I mean, it depends how long things take. I would assume that I don't think you're going to lose 94 that quickly. And I think you would kind of jump from these areas if you do hit them 94.9. So, yeah. Yeah, potentially jumping down a little bit more here. I mean, A little bit different here, at least in the way I drew out some of the fib levels, but I'm sure if you draw this one, it'll... Oh, yeah, okay, a little bit higher there. The one I wanted to... Hold on. The big boy... big boy fib level was right... Just crazy. How much did we come up from that low? 100%, yeah. So it would have doubled your money in about 2 years. Right there. So yeah, we're not hitting the exact... I would assume, yeah, with the yellow X's, we got to be objective. You're probably going to retest 505, but that could happen quickly. I mean, the other thing too that happened that's interesting is the volatility went up. Generally, this one was pretty crazy in August. You wouldn't think there was that much volatility, but there was. And then COVID, then before that was '08. So, but this one's just a normal. It's not really anything. 22 wasn't too, little bit in 22, nothing too crazy though. Let's see. Yeah, actually, I was looking at ETH versus Bitcoin earlier. So let's see, top in October, we are right on that. Yeah. I think you're completely right. That's what I've been talking about for a while. I mean, ETH versus Bitcoin. So, like I was talking about earlier, it's important. Let's look at it again. Blood diamond right there. I think it could be similar to this, where you have one last leg down a little bit in the next week to 2 weeks, maybe even less probably, and then you really start your rally upward, or we just make a higher low here, which is possible if we keep where we are right now. We want to keep where we are right now, which this thing in recent times always kind of finds a way to go down, but we'll see. Just curious on that. So yeah. The weekly too, getting in the greens here on that weekly. Cardano versus Bitcoin. Matic versus Bitcoin. Oh, that one definitely is not anywhere close to that, but yeah. Let's look at HBAR. Yeah, I mean, it's up a lot. Consolidating, you're still above that December 9 high, so I mean, if you get that trigger wave eventually in the daily or whatever, as of right now, it is a little concerning. End of this month? It could, it's possible with the damn. I wonder where that would really get your fear up. So yeah. Appreciate you, Ashton. No, you're good, you're good. I look at stuff 3 times a stream all the time, no big deal. I think I was looking at these came down a little. It's still a consolidation area, but yeah. I mean, yeah, it kind of does give me an inkling that you're going to come down to that 94 area and then from there potentially recover. Man, when you zoom out, it looks like this correction looks like freaking nothing. Which is what is crazy. Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, I mean, I did talk about it. Yeah, I mean, I think that it should top out. Well, I think it's a good shot. It's already topped out, especially if you confirm this 3 week, and you should. But yeah, Could come back up to that 59. I guess you could make a slightly higher high if things really dump in the next week to 2 weeks, but I don't think that would happen. Oh, CME fear and greed. Where do I find that one? Oh, is it? Well, I can't imagine. Oh, no, this is supposed to be. Oh, they didn't. Okay, they stopped doing that. Okay, that's interesting. So we didn't get as high as we were in the. Yeah, in that point. Render, sure, we could look at render. I like dip. I like you dip buyer. That's a good point. Render. Let's see. Bitcoin dominance will come until January, February. That'd be later than it was last time. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's definitely possible. But the points when I look at like Bitcoin dominance, I don't see it being. I see this 3-week probably confirming. That'd be really anticlimactic if this stuff doesn't confirm that 12 days. I think we're done by end of month. Render is hitting a big point. Is this the top bottom? I don't know. Kind of feel like you may come down a little bit more. Well, the thing here too is, let's look at this kind of reverse head and shoulder. Yeah, there were some wicks a little bit lower. It wouldn't surprise me if you see wicks lower, but I do think, if I really had a guess here, I do think what I think is you're going to see some wicks down, really test these spider lines underneath, some wicks down, and then you're going to finally kind of see your bottom there. Let's look at, oh yeah, liquidation points on freaking ETH. Let's look at, damn it. Let's look at this on ETH. Sure, Bybit chart, whatever. Okay, so 37, but yeah, the thing with this is when you zoom out, the more you zoom out here, there's liquidation. Well, interesting. So according to that, we've really cleansed the market already, and then you're going up to frickin', come on. Yeah, going up really high, but that's, yeah, that 438, yeah. I think we'll eventually get back there. It'd be cool if there's like a trading strategy we could figure out with the liquidation heat map. Oh, for render? 6.5, you mean? Not sure. Oh, 650? Absolutely. That could be a big point, actually. Yeah, it's kind of seeing the crime, yeah. Absolutely. Chain link this point, I think that 21. So Yeah, I think we're kind of nearing the bottom. I think we're cleansing the market. We're nearing that bottom, and then we should be able to kind of keep going into January. That would be my guess. With the holiday, I just don't think everybody's going to sell like crazy with the holiday and all that. You know what I mean? Um, Buy alert. I think it is for spot, for alts especially. Buying spot on alts makes a lot of sense here, I think. So yeah. Hmm. Doge, yeah. Big point on Doge, 25% correction there. Yeah. Hmm. Is oil coming down? Slightly. There's no volatility on this. Eggs, are eggs coming down? I think eggs is more important than you would think eggs is. I want eggs to come down. I think it might come down. Orange juice. That was another one that went to the frickin' moon, right? Frozen concentrate orange juice. Oh yeah, greatest thing ever. Oh my golly. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, you still got some. I mean, well, yeah, we want that to go down. How about cattle? Hmm. I would hope this would go down. We need these to go down to bring interest rates down and all that. But like I mentioned earlier, it's well, volatility upward, maybe some volatility downward next. Hopefully, if S&P 500 comes down, I would assume this should. So yeah. No, I was in I was trying to long ETH, but I didn't like how things looked, so I was looking to. I entered and then cut it for a small loss, so right around like I entered at like towards the top there and cut it for a small loss. Now I want to see what the hell we do with these lows, and I think we may lose these lows and liquidate some more people, so that's why I'm a little bit apprehensive. So yeah. Oh, indicator on Leviathan. We could try that. I'm not the biggest fan of looking at the liquidations, but I'll try any indicator if it's free. Oops. Oh wait, no. It doesn't come up. Leviathan. No, I spelled it right. Oh, okay. Liquidation levels. That was it. Whatever. Wait, is this like showing moons or something too? Yeah, the thing with this is there's a lot of frickin'. That's interesting though. That's a liquidation level 96, I guess. Did we already hit it though? Oh no, it doesn't show it. Interesting. Yeah, so I guess we didn't hit that one, and we got one more 94, big one. Yeah, I mean every major point is theoretically a major liquidation level, I guess. All throughout this, all the way down to 53K here. You see it on ETH. I didn't. Now we're hitting that point. We may get. Oh, let's see here. That's a big. If that's a big liquidation level, we're probably going to see it hit that. I would assume. hit that one so far, and now we're probably gonna hit that one. What's the lowest time frame you could use this on? It's a 5 hour maybe. No, not even. Okay, 5 hour you could use on. So yeah, if he was at 32, so yeah. So thanks, Ashton. It did, yeah. I mean, the market will do these things. I mean, it came down. Bitcoin's, yeah, we're losing the lows. I mean, I was trying to I took the long, and then I closed out for a small loss. I'm glad I closed out for a small loss and lost like $500 as opposed to 3,000. So I'll take that. But yeah, there's money to be made along the way. ETH did what it's done so far. ETH has not concerned me yet. It's done what it did last time. So I'm not too concerned with this. The thing too that I want to, let's just look at what this correction was so far. So the correction so far was around 11%. I could see a full 12% at this point, maybe. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. ETH did lag in the whole rally, definitely. But yeah, like I mentioned, it's done what it's done before, so nothing too bad. Well, let's see. I mean, let's look at ETH right now. Here we go. Now we went down farther. This could be, so that here normally maybe the next 15-minute bull div, that's what I would be looking at. You got a lot of yellow X's. I'm not going to enter anything at the moment, but next 15-minute bull div potentially could be something cool here. 90-minute, when this money flow gets better on the hourly too, where you get an hourly bull div. I'm going to wait this out a little bit. So I'm going to wait this out a little bit, and then I think there's going to be more potential. If you guys want to trade this, I will give the signal in the Discord when I feel is a more best time to do so. Check out the links down below if you guys are interested in trading. Really good promo on BloFin. You get 10% cash back on your fees for life if you sign my link down below. In addition, there's a really good futures bonus. There's only my link as well. Ends on the 25th. I like the 1,500 futures bonus for depositing 5K. I like the 1K, get 450 back. And BYDFI, same in terms of you get 10% cash back on all your fees for life with the link down below. In addition, there's a trading competition, and there also is a, what was the other thing on BYDFI? There was you get a deposit bonus up to 10%, up to $500. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah. You're talking about Ben Cowan. Yeah, he was right. I mean, look, it's going to come down a lot. Altcoins haven't done that bad, man. In this dump, I'm pretty impressed with how they held up, so I don't think it's too bad. Powell kind of threw a wrench into things, but I think that's a little bit just for theater. Buying spot here makes a lot of sense in the 4-year cycle. Evening star forming, you're gonna have to go more detail than that. Okay, so other versus Bitcoin, let's look at. I don't think I looked at it briefly, maybe. Let's turn this off for now. Still got a green. You got a green Heiken-Ashi forming. What's going on here? Oh, was that the frickin'? Yeah, what's that line that keeps? That's weird. Is it the liquidation? I turned that off. That's annoying. Oh, okay. I don't know what that was. Oh, that was the volume profile. Okay, no big deal. I think this is not that bad. I think you're going to see corrections. You're trying to hold that, which is important, I think. So yeah, we want to kind of hold that bull div, jump up from there or whatever. So yeah. Okay, that's others versus Bitcoin. Trying to think what else here. Total 3 minus Tether versus Bitcoin. Let's take a look at. Not that bad. You're hitting that point. You could bounce. Hopefully you would bounce here. So I wouldn't get overly pessimistic. Sure, you could make a lower low, but as of right now, it doesn't look that bad. I think you're eventually going to break upward from here. So yeah. Biggest altcoin season. There's generally, for the bigger market caps, there's going to be diminished returns in every season, unfortunately. There's a lot of new garbage that'll probably do well. Bear market vibe. Nah, don't be too depressing. So yeah. Excuse me. This is starting to look a little bit better for a potential scalp long or something. That is looking a lot. Where's that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a hell of a lot of yellow X's we saw there. Let's see. Then you got that. See, sometimes you get those 4 yellow X's. Then that's the facade. Then you come down. Then the next one gives you what you need. So I don't know if I would want to. That 2 hour looks enticing. I'm going to set a little notification for that 2 hour. Where's my? Why isn't it? Damn it. Where's my? You know what I'm talking about? The thing where I set the. It's not populating. Oh, here we go. That's how you do it, yeah. Oh, here we go, yeah. Green dot. Set that notification. That'd be a safer place. When the money flow's coming up, you get a bull div here, reverse head and shoulders. That'd be a safer place to try to call this bottom. Looking at funding fees, BYDFI for ETH is we're starting to get there. Bitcoin there's still, but that moves around. But yeah, just want to look at funding fees, funding rate, getting better. So maybe, for more of a swing to day long, give it an hour, look at what happens, wait for that 2 hour on ETH. For Bitcoin, kind of the same thing, Bitcoin's a little bit, a little worse in some ways here, but I just want to see what ends up happening. I guess if things get really bad, then you're looking at like 85 in real low numbers, but yeah. Along Solana. Oh, did we hit? I forgot about Solana. I remember in the beginning of the stream I was talking about, if it hits here, yep. That could be buy, yeah. Maybe some more. I could see more wicks down and shit, Yeah. Next bull div in the 15. I wouldn't go yet. I think it's a little premature, but a little more risk. Do I mainly swing trade? I would say yes. Yeah. I do everything, but a little bit more so swing trade. Fell 60% or more. Oh, BLZ? Into meme coins? Not really, but I'll look at a few. I don't know much about this one. That looks like a damn rug pull. Nah. Yeah, I could bounce here. I don't know anything about it. Bubble pop pattern maybe, higher low, maybe. Yeah, I don't like the true weekly. Yeah. I don't like that. I would probably wait till the next green dot or something. So yeah. Anyway, been on about an hour. I mean, there's not too much else I could really say that I haven't already said. I want to look at a few more. I want to wait and wait for some better confirmations, then potentially go long. So let's see, 3 p.m. Eastern right now. I would wait till like 4 or 5. Relook at these markets. Really looking at that 2-hour bull div to try to catch this falling knife or something. So yeah, I mean that's about it right now. If you guys are, we did look at H bar. Well, let's look at it again. I mean. Mm, This one doesn't look the best. I am hoping, I would hope for a double bottom there, but based on this money flow, I would be a little bit cautious at the moment. Especially for like longing it with leverage or something. You know what I mean? Like it can easily go back down to like, because it popped up so much, it could go back down to kind of that area or whatever. Crypto.com is approaching a big area right now. Still above the December 9, so I mean, you're still making higher lows here, as long, assuming you hold this area. So yeah. Um, Yeah, we were looking at CoinGlass. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was. Oh yeah. Let me just because there was. Let me turn it back on. There was this too. I did it hit this level? See, that's the thing. I feel like it might hit this level right here. That's what's interesting. I don't usually trade based on this, but I feel like it may hit that one. Can you view these on the lower time? You can't view. That's what's weird about this damn indicator. But yeah, let me just see something here. Let me just right there. And then, oh, that's different. Okay, so there's even, it takes a minute, but then it populates it. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, I mean, the more you look at this, you can find liquidation anywhere. But anyway, you probably would want to look at liquidation points on like the 6 hour, the 4 hour. I think that would kind of make the most sense. Yeah, but then you find points liquidation all the way to 0. So. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be leverage all over. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. If you guys are interested in trading, check out BidFi down below and BloFin. BloFin, you get 10%. Both BidFi and BloFin, 10% off your fees for life if you sign my link down below. Really good futures bonuses on both of them. I like the $1,500 for depositing 5K and the $450 for depositing 1K on BloFin. On BidFi, I like the 10% cash back up to $500. So really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Check out the links down below. As always, if you sign up to any links down below for these exchanges and deposit at least $100, they'll give you 1 free month in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord. Just open a support ticket with your UID. Really appreciate you guys.